Many of us are not pursuing our goals because we are not even sure that that's what we want and that it really matters. The concept of having a northern star is usually used in connection to our deepest values, but it can also help us on a more micro level to give us the courage to make a move. Just start and be willing to adjust our goals in the process. And this might sound really poetic to you, Northern Star, wow. It sounds abstract, but it is really not. In a very interesting video, the famous psychologist Jordan Peterson talked about how important it is to aim at something.
You follow the beacon, you follow the light, and you're blind, so you don't know where the light is. It's dimly apprehended only, and you're afraid to follow it. But you decide to take some stumbling steps towards it. And as you take stumbling steps towards it, you become illuminated and enlightened and informed because of the nature of your experience, because you're pushing yourself beyond where you are and you're going into the country that you have not yet been in.
We humans need something to aim toward, because if we don't, then we might just be walking around in circles and not getting anywhere. So each person needs to try and identify their Northern Star. Their Northern Star could be their purpose at the highest level, or their mission, their vocation, calling, or simply a goal that they have in the next 5 years. I mean, it's really difficult to know what you want to be doing for the rest of your whole life, and you don't need to. But if you at least know what your goal is within the next 3 years or 5 years, that will already help you a lot rather than having no goal at all. So let's say that you've identified your Northern Star, and that is, let's just say that you want to become a dog trainer like Cesar Millan. I'm sure you know him, right? So your Northern Star in this case for the time being would be to become a dog trainer. And don't worry about it, it can still change later on. But at least for now, you have something that you can aim toward. But let's say that in the process of training to become a dog trainer, you find out other things about yourself. You notice, for example, that near the dog training compound, there is a small pet store that sells pet supplies. And because you're going to those dog training sessions, let's say 3 times, 4 times a week, you're spending more and more time at that pet store, buying stuff for your dog. And after a while, you suddenly notice that, having a pet supply store, that could be something fun. You realize that perhaps being a dog trainer is not what you really want to do. What you're more interested in is having your own pet supply shop, which means in this case that your Northern Star might have shifted.
And you learn something, and so what happens then is the star moves. You move 10 feet towards it and you think, no, that's not right. I didn't get it right. It isn't there, it's actually there. And so then you see it somewhere else and you shift yourself slightly.
So at this point, you might ask me, doesn't that mean that I'm being indecisive and I keep changing my goals? I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, your goal has definitely changed from previously wanting to become a dog trainer to now becoming a pet shop owner. So right now, you are much closer to where you want to be, even though you haven't reached that ideal spot yet. Even though right now you might feel lost, you feel like you don't have any perspective. The reason is because you're glued to your spot and you're not moving.
If you stand still, you fall backwards. You cannot stand still because the world moves away from you if you stand still. And there's no stasis, there's only backwards. And so if you're not moving forwards, then you're moving backwards.
Once you move, once you make even just a tiny step, there will be new information available to you. New opportunities will open up. You will have new experience and have new material to work with. This entire thing is a process of fine-tuning. With each step, you get closer and closer to where you want to be. If you want to see the full video, one of these links here will lead you to it. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you an awesome day.